Okay, having the police come attempt to get my daughter, and I've parked in a little neighborhood close by. Called 911, and that seemed like that was the right call to make. Explained that I was the father trying to get my child and haven't been able to get her for 3 months, and that I have the paperwork and just would like some assistance from an officer. And she was very helpful. 911 assistant was very helpful, and the police are en route. So we'll see where it goes from here. Okay, just got back home and wanted to kind of give you the update of what happened with the officer. Officer Cannon from Sandy Springs Police Department came and met me. There was a bit of an interrogation period where Officer Cannon was, asking why I was calling the police out on this matter. I had to give him all of the details as to what was going on. I showed him the decree that I had, and he kind of went through that and, kind of validated. But there was a period of time where I felt like I was kind of on my heels. I had to answer the questions right, and but once he realized I was just a father that was trying to see their child, and he started to get the facts, he understood and said he was actually divorced himself. So it lightened up. In that process, he did say there's not a whole lot he can do. He can go to the door and have a little intimidation factor with the police officer being there, but if she doesn't want to deliver the child, there's nothing he can do about that. And so his hands are tied, my hands are tied, and that's kind of where we are in our lands with bringing the police into this situation. I've been curious as to what would unfold with that, and that's basically it. There's not a whole lot they can do. What happened in this situation was she actually was not even home, which brings about a whole other issue as far as I'm concerned, and that is, at what level do you have some type of or a form of kidnapping? I'm supposed to have visitation this weekend. She wasn't there last night. She's not there this morning. Car is in the garage, but they're not home, so they might be out of state at a friend's house. You don't even know where they're at. There's been no phone call or communication about where they're at with the child during my visitation weekend. And that's what's they're allowed to do. The mother is allowed to do basically anything she wants, and there's not a whole lot by the law, which the official decree is in place, court systems, all that stuff. But if the mother wants to do whatever she wants to do, there's nothing really holding her feet to the fire. And that's what we have in the state of Georgia and the United States. So hopefully we can bring about a bit of a change, because it's mentally and physically just exhausting to have to go through this. Have each visitation period, it's the hope of seeing the child and then being denied over and over and over again. It has now been, it was the weekend before Father's Day, June 2011. It is now September 17th, 2011. I have not seen my daughter in that entire period of time. I've paid child support. I have been at the door during my visitation periods each and every time, and she literally has not been there with my daughter. So that's what's been playing out in this particular situation. And it needs to change, because there's a lot of this rampant in our society, and there's nothing really being done about it. There's a lot about the deadbeat dads, and how they don't want to participate, they're not paying child support. Well, there's a lot of fathers that are and want to participate, and they're being denied the right. It's the malicious moms that are creating all of this stuff that that needs to be acknowledged in our society, and hopefully there will be a movement here that we can bring about some change. Because I've read around and saw there's just countless situations like this occurring all over the country, and much of it's being documented, YouTube and whatnot. And that's why I'm doing this, is to kind of document how this particular situation plays out in life and in the court systems, and now with having an officer show up, and see what can be done with that. Hopefully you leave comments below. Let's try to get together here and see if we can't start to bring about change, because right now our hands are tied as the fathers that want to participate in our children's lives if the mother doesn't want us to.